Welcome, Instagram family. Welcome, soul family. Just make sure we're all connected. Welcome, people. How you all doing? I'll just wait for the message to get out on Facebook. Welcome, Magic Happens, Tat315. Rowan, hey brother, how you going? Gosh, I miss your face. How are you? I'll just wait for a few more people before I begin. This is going to be a really cool one tonight. Welcome, Stars MCD. Welcome, Simone. Awesome. Just wait for a few more to trickle in. Benita, hello, gorgeous girl. Hello. All right, I think we shall begin. So the plan for tonight is definitely to do 2 power animal readings, which I will pick shortly. But what I wanted to do before I actually do the power animal readings is I want to share something that was very significant with a dragonfly. I want to get that out of the way because many people, when they watch videos, they don't watch the whole thing. And I want to get this message out to as many souls as possible around the world. So just bear with me. If you do want a reading, please do put your name and I will check the comments shortly. But I want to just share the dragonfly experience. First of all, hope everyone's doing well. There's no way to pretend that this is anything but a crazy time. And we're really being called to do things like we've never done before. We're being called to look at things in a way we've never looked at them before. We're being called to really go within in a way that we've been avoiding. Most of us have been avoiding our whole life. And even if we have done healings or even if we have, done work on ourselves, we're at a time now where we can't get away with the same old patterns and the same old habits and the same old ways that we've been navigating. And so what I wanted to share before we do the power animal readings is it was a week ago before the full moon. By the way, I'm wearing a full moon for a reason with the wolves. I'm wearing that for a reason, okay? I was on a bike racing track with my beloved twins. And this is a bike racing track that it's a velodrome, right? So the adults go around on the outside and the kids tend to go around on the inside. And one of my sons is riding and he loves it. And the other one is sitting next to me. And if an animal wants to get my attention, it will land right in front of me. Yeah, because I know they know that I will focus and basically they'll get my whole attention. So I had this dragonfly that out of nowhere and this is a racing track, okay, landed directly in front of me and crash landed directly in front of me. Okay, this was a dragonfly. It's probably about 1.5 meters in front. This is a racing track, okay? So there's people going around really, really fast. They're on racing bikes. So we're not talking casually. There's some people who are going super, super fast. Anyway, so this dragonfly crashes directly in front. And I remember saying to my son, oh, gosh, we've got to go get him. Is he okay? And we're watching him and he's struggling to get up. Instantly, I knew it was a he. Anyway, it's part of the message, which is why I'm going to refer to him as a he. Struggling to get up, this dragonfly. It would like fly and then fly and then and it was doing that, quite a few times. And so I get up and I'm so close to getting to him, so close, I'd say about 1 meter, when out of nowhere, boom, comes this racing bike and smacks directly into him, okay? And normally you can see the bikes when they come, yeah? I normally can see out of my right side, I can see when there's a bike coming. I didn't see this bike come. It was out of nowhere. And so this dragonfly was in seriously an effed up way. This dragonfly, its wings were like this, its tail was bent, and I honestly thought it was dead. And I got up with my son and I go, oh shit, and I never say that, I never swear in front of them, but in this case I did, because I was like, oh my God, I've got to save this dragonfly. This dragonfly was in a really bad way. I would say he was floundering. He wasn't able to get up and honestly thought he wasn't going to make it. Again, I go to try and rescue him. And I swear I am within like this distance away. And all of a sudden, this dragonfly, I couldn't believe it. The tail straightened out, the wings spread out, and off he went. And I just went, oh my God, that was not normal. That was not normal. And I remember sitting there with my son, and I at this point, I hadn't decoded the message because I was so like, oh my God, that dragonfly just blew me away. But as I sat there on my own, it started to drip in. And this is what happens when the messages come in. Now, that racing track, the symbology of a racing track is what we're in. It's the masculine, the distorted masculine, I should say, patriarchal paradigm is competition, everyone trying to be the best, outrace each other. Nobody really cares about the other. It's all about trying to be the best and just showing off and whatever a racing track might represent to you. That's why it had to be on the racing track, okay? So here's this dragonfly. Who's dragonfly for me? Illumination, transformation, and a breaking of illusions. Okay, that's who dragonfly is for me. And here's this male dragonfly. That's what it felt like to me. It was a masculine dragonfly, crashes in front of a feminine. And here's the feminine trying to rescue him. Okay, he crashed. He wasn't able to get up. Feminine tries to come rescue him. And I wasn't able to, right? I wasn't able to get to him on time. There comes the impact. What's the impact? The tower moment of the tarot. I'm going to say a lightning strike moment, shock, whatever you want to call it. Here comes a situation that is unexpected. You do not see it coming, and it knocked this dragonfly for 6, and it literally could have killed him. But no, this dragonfly was was wounded, was absolutely wounded and struggling to get up, really looked like it wasn't going to make it. And here's the feminine again trying to come rescue. Yeah, trying to come rescue. And I'm just about to rescue this dragonfly when he somehow miraculously stretches out those wings, stretches out that tail, which looked mortally wounded, and off he goes. And what that showed me, right? So the masculine, I'm not talking men here, I'm talking divine masculine, okay? That's the energies I'm referring to, divine masculine. Here is the feminine trying to rescue the divine masculine. And it's not just, like I was saying, it's not just a man. I'm not talking man, and I'm not talking woman tries to rescue the man. No, I'm talking divine feminine trying to rescue divine masculine, right? It's not what's meant to be. What was unfolding in front of my eyes was there's going to be this tower moment. There's going to be this shock. There's going to be this situation or experience that catches someone off guard so strongly that they struggle to get up. They struggle to find their balance. They struggle to transform, struggle to find their feet, so to speak. And at the last minute, even though the feminine again is trying to rescue, off he goes. He manages to find his transformation. He manages to be transformed. He manages to gain clarity through breaking the illusion and is able to transform and metamorphosize and illuminate. The path is illuminated. Now, why this is significant, this is what I was experiencing with the dragonfly that night, and I need to share this. That night, I had for me, it was a traumatic experience where due to my choices of, let me choose my words, due to my choices in what I'm choosing to do with my body and my sovereignty, I was shut out by blood family, okay? So no judgment, this is what's needed to be my shock moment, okay? So to the point where I cannot co-create with certain blood anymore because of my choices, okay? What is right for me and my soul. So I left that situation and I had rage coming through my body. I had rage. Now, I don't normally get really angry. Yes, I can get fiery. I'm an Aries, but I don't normally get that angry. I had this rage come through and it felt primal, to be honest with you. And driving home, that rage, it wasn't even rage against my family. It was rage against, I'm going to describe it to you. It was rage against the dark for getting in between me and my blood family. It was rage against these natural forces that have been manifested for me specifically to have gotten in between love between blood family. And this was rage. Like, it was so freaking strong, right? And it felt cathartic by its nature. By the time I got home, I walked into my medicine room and it transformed into bliss. And I remember thinking, what the fuck just happened? what the fuck just happened? Because here I had been so infuriated and it just disappeared. Next morning, okay, I have to explain this in context so you guys see where this is going. Next morning, I went out into my garden and I've got photos to prove there was a dead dragonfly. There was a dead dragonfly amongst my strawberries, and it was being, I'm going to say, eaten by the ants. Yeah, it was being eaten by the ants. And I remember looking at this dragonfly going, holy fuck, that's what this was, okay? That's what this was, okay? This is the divine masculine within myself, okay, being expressed. And it had to get pushed to the extreme impact moment of being shut out by family. For me, that's my personal shock, personal impact, personal lightning strike, tower moment, whatever you want, that invoked for me a rage that for me has actually ignited a divine masculine force, a divine masculine fire. It's allowed me to break an illusion of what I perceived was strength, what I perceived was the warrior in me. Now I have this sense of a warrior that I've never experienced my whole life. Never, okay? What ended up happening then with the dragonfly, and this will blow your mind, guys, like this is how blunt this was. I came back the next morning to that dragonfly, and what was left? Just the eyes. And I have the photos to prove it. Just the eyes of the dragonfly. That's what was left by the ants. Normally when ants eat a dead animal, you guys know this, they go for the soft tissue first. They go for the eyes, they go for the insides, the organs, and they leave, that tough stuff last. Well, the dragonfly eyes was the last thing standing. And what I really got from that was, this is what's on offer for every single human right now. This was just before the full moon. Again, full moon, why I'm wearing this. This was just before the full moon. And this is what's on offer for every single person on the planet, to tap into a dormant energy that has been within us, which is the divine masculine energy. That this is what's needed for us to break the illusion. This is why it was a pair of eyes. I have had the opportunity through my own journey, I've had the opportunity to be able to break an illusion of what that masculine force was for myself, okay? And what is now possible because of this divine masculine energy I've tapped into. And why this is so freaking important, and I'm going to come to the readings, guys. I just really need to share this. Why this is so important is I woke up, again, the next morning. I had so much clarity on this. What if, as a species, we called in this freaking crazy dark dance, yeah, this dark dance that's playing out right now, to break the illusions for us on what was not really real, right? This society, these structures, these paradigms, yes, it was patriarchal by nature, but it's also been an illusion because we forgot who we were. We forgot who we actually are. We're divine masculine, divine feminine creatures within, okay? But these forces have been dormant for the last God knows how many thousands of years. What if we called this in, okay, as a species? What if we called this dark force playing out as it is to break down this illusion for us? There's an opportunity for everyone to have their own individual lightning strike moment. And I bet most of you have already had some form of this, because we're having to let go of something that we can't sustain anymore, whether it be your job, whether it be blood family members, whatever it is. You're choosing to stay sovereign. You're choosing to make decisions that are in alignment with your soul so that you can finally be the warriors you've come here to be and tap into that divine masculinity within. And you know what? Who leads the divine masculine? The sacred feminine. Who's that sacred feminine? That sacred feminine is your internal waters. That sacred feminine is that soft, gentle force, but they need to be in harmony within. And this has been, for me personally, this has been a missing ingredient for my own inner balance. And these awarenesses are so freaking strong with the animals. They don't let me get away with things. And so for this dragonfly energy to be so blunt, I had to share it with every single person I know, because I feel if you guys can shift whatever's in the way for you, if you can shift and see the opportunity that's there for you to tap into a force that is so primal by nature, but it's actually to serve you moving forward so that we can, in alignment with our divine masculinity and sacred femininity, to manifest and create the world we've come here to create. It's time, peoples. It's really time. All right. So yeah, that's actually why I couldn't do the live last week, is because part of what I needed to experience on this full moon, because I'm an Aries, was really, work out for me what I need to sustain moving forward. And, I physically got sick. That's part of what, lightning strike moments I needed to show me what I needed to change, what habits I needed to look at so that I could be in the most balance within, and so that I can navigate forward and support others doing this. So I hope that's helped you. Apologies for my cough. Let's get on to the readings. I'll go through the comments shortly, but this is huge, guys. This is really huge, and I'm here to support you in remembering how amazing you are. All right, let's get on to some power animal readings, because it is a time for that. Let me pick two lovely souls tonight. Let's see. Simone, you've jumped out at me, sister. Simone. Okay, let's see who I've got for you, Simone. Now, remember, for these readings, for those of you that are new, these readings, I just channel your power animals. Your power animals, you would have plenty, okay? These power animals are not you. They're an animal that you have chosen to journey with. You usually have contracts with these animals, and they're there to share some form of power with you. Anything from protection to guidance to clarity to alerting you, to helping you feel strong, or like the dragonfly, to highlight where there's transformation possible or a breakdown of illusions. Like dragonfly for me is one of my power animals. And so he or she manifests whenever I need to be showing something related to that. Okay, so specifically, that's who I work with on these lives. You also have a spirit animal, and that animal is you. And that animal you come in together with and you die together, that is a much more deeper process for me to channel that. And so I do those privately on readings. Okay, so let's do this. Beloved Simone, let's see who I've got for you for a power animal, beloved sister. All right, awesome. I have a serpent. Let's see who you are. Oh my God, I love it when they do this. So I actually have, it's a python, okay? I love that when I love it when the snakes come through, because they're really, really, quite strong. So this python is, again, it comes down to the scales. So I'm being shown these beautiful patterns, beautiful patterns. Show me what you are. You're a python, female, thank you. Been with her since 5. Okay, so you've had this diamond python since the age of 5. And this python is really wanting you to know that these scales are unique. Now, I've said this to a few people. So, okay, awesome. So these scales, although they're shaped like diamonds, I love it how this happens. They actually come out, meaning they're somewhat three-dimensional. Okay, so this snake that's been with you since the age of 5 is almost like it's got this. Thank you. All right, it's sacred geometry. These scales are sacred geometry in nature, and so there's something about that for you. And when you connect to this snake, what she's saying, let me see where she goes. Okay, so she wraps around your lower 3 chakras, which is very common when you've got a snake that works with you. But what she says is when you connect in with her, what you need to do is see her wrapped around your lower 3 chakras, but actually see the patterns on her skin, which are these diamonds that actually come out. It's like they've got this illumination that comes out. They are just simple diamond shapes, okay? These diamond shapes. And when you connect in with her and actually connect in with these diamond shapes, that's when she can share the power of protection with you. And what she does is, in those moments you connect in with her, she protects your field, and she holds your lower 3 chakras. What she's showing me, she holds your lower 3 chakras solid. Okay, so, okay, thank you. So she says your weakest spot, everybody's got one. Some say it's due to our astrology, meridians, whatever it is. Your specific weakest spot is your base chakra. And what this snake is showing me is that's why she's wrapped around there, and specifically her head is there. Okay, so all you need to do, Stacey, is, Simone, all you need to do is, when either you're wanting to tap into that protection, or when you're about to have a conversation that normally would make you feel uncomfortable, or you're going to have an experience that is energetically uncomfortable, like going into the supermarket these days, or going into the shopping center where there's so many crazy energies at the moment that aren't naturally, that aren't there to serve at the moment, is check in with your snake, okay? Check in with the patterns on your snake, as well as there's so much to this relationship. Like, this is an animal that does not need poison to be strong. This is an animal that's able to shed skin when she needs. This is an animal that is so grounded. And these are the energies and powers that are on offer for you, sister. So that's the beginning of remembering who she is, because she's like I said, she's been with you since the age of 5, and she's wanting to support you moving forward. Okay, so reach out to me if you've got any questions. But it's an incredible gift that you have to be able to work with these animals, and watch how they start to manifest as well. Because now that she knows and the snakes know that you know about her, that's where the snakes can start to reveal themselves in a much more profound way. Social media, on the back of someone's t-shirt, I can't get the words out tonight, a tattoo, a logo. Like, snakes will start to jump out at you, and it's really your snake wanting to show you something in relation to the power that she's got on offer. So like I shared with the dragonfly, yes, there can be words that come with a message, or it could just be something you feel. There's so many ways that they communicate, but this is just the beginning of remembering this sacred relationship you've got with this snake. So I hope that supports you, beloved Simone. Feel free to ask any questions. I will check the comments shortly. Pleasure, Simone. Okay, awesome. Let me just go to my Instagram family, because I want to make sure I support you guys as well. Let's see who I've got here. Hello, Instagram family. Oh my God, I love you guys so much. Okay, yeah, magic happens. You've jumped out at me for sure, sister. Okay, magic happens. Magic certainly does happen. That is for sure. Okay, I have a bird, and I can just see like fate, so just bear with me. They are yellow bird of prey. Okay, show me more. Okay, cool. There's actually a hawk. I'm going to see if I can work out the species. Sometimes they show me, sometimes they say it's irrelevant. It's not important. But she's got beautiful brown feathers. She's got like a yellowish eye, yellowy orangey eye. She's not huge either. Okay, so we're not talking eagle size. This is a hawk. Okay, beloved, magic happens. This is a hawk, and she says she's coming in for the next leg of your journey. All right, show me more. Okay, she wants to sit on your left shoulder. She says there's a part of you that's struggling with insight at the moment. There's a part of you that's struggling to see things from her perspective, meaning at the moment it's very easy to get caught up in this reality. We're getting caught up in, what can I say, the emotional dramas and the story that's being played, and I'll say it, the dark shit that's around. It's very easy to get caught up in that. It's very easy to get caught up on what's on social media and on the news and people's stories. A lot of people are struggling, and that's okay. That's part of what needs to happen. But the reason why she's choosing to come in and support you right now is she wants to help you get out of that. Yeah, she wants to help you look at that from a different perspective. So all you need to do, she's not a protection animal, magic happens. She's an animal that wants to support you with insight. Okay, so what she's doing is, what she wants you to do, is you could do this when you're actually out and about. You could do this when you have an awareness that things are bothering you. You can do this when you're wanting to get a different perspective on things, is just connecting with her, sitting there on your left shoulder. Okay, and okay, cool. She actually wants you to connect in with her eyes. So you know how sometimes you put on contacts? I don't know if you wear contacts or people wear contacts. It's like putting in a different lens change, or even if you were to put on a pair of spectacles, or, you put on a pair of binoculars, that's what a lens change is, right? So what she wants you to do is connect in with her eyes and do a lens change, okay? It's a metaphor for putting in a different pair of eyes, okay? Putting in your hawk eyes, because you now have access to these hawk eyes, and you can have this for life, okay, sister? So do that. And just be still. Be still. And whatever is going on for you, whatever thoughts you're having at the time when you're doing this, or whatever situation you're in, allow for that energy to sit. Because what will start to unfold, the more you connect in with this beautiful power animal, the more you do this, you will start to either hear things from her. She might show you things visually. You might just have a penny drop moment that the way you're looking at things can be different. It might be that you see little details that are slightly different in whatever you're already looking at. It is so different for each person in how these animals work. What I invite you to do is explore it. You don't even need to be in a challenging situation or having challenging thoughts to be practicing with her. You could even do it watching TV. Yeah, it's a great time to do it. Or you could do it, sorry, I'm just itchy on my skin here. You could do it when you go out in nature. Like, that's the thing. Get to know her, because she's part of your team and she's got such a sacred power to support you moving forward that you want to be spending time with her. You want to be sharing energy so she can share the power of insight. And the sky's the limit, because I don't know, if you meditate, or you want to know things in advance, have an animal that can support you with that. Okay, so good luck with that. It's so much fun. These animals, when they jump in and they want to do this thing with you, it seriously opens up a whole new way of seeing things. And whatever sacred things you do, it takes that to a whole new level as well. So whatever that is for you, sister, because you got Magic Happens as your username, so I can only imagine you access certain types of magic, or at least you believe in it. So that is certainly possible with this bird. All right, and if you've got any questions, certainly reach out. All right, so let's get to some questions, and if anybody's got anything they want to say, I'm certainly here to support. Sorry if I didn't get to read you all. I do these every Tuesday, so feel free to jump on next time, or you are more than welcome to reach out for a reading. Stacey, I would love guidance from you if I could. I'll never forget our reading a few years ago. Well, Stacey, I know. I'm just trying to think. Are you the snake lady by any chance? I love all the readings. I did them in person, didn't I, with you? I so miss those. So miss those. Hello, sister. Ali, so happy I caught you live tonight. Oh, welcome, Ali. I saw 2 dragonflies yesterday. Yeah, I've had a lot of people who are actually sending me messages about dragonflies. Okay, what I invite you to do is look at the energy that I shared about the divine masculine that's on offer right now for humans, because there's a real opportunity to tap into that illumination and a breaking of our own individual illusions. Like, what is an illusion? An illusion is something we've thought is real when really it's not. And our habits and our patterns, they're all illusions. They're our way of survival, the way of making ends meet and getting through things and being able to think that we're comfortable. But really, they limit our potential, and they limit us from being able to access this sacred energy that's on offer. Warriors of old did not worry about the artificial. They didn't have time for that. They just focused on what needed to be done in order to survive. And now we're at a time where we can be warriors in a whole new way, because we don't need to be fighting in the way that we used to. This is the word rainbow warrior is true. We're really warriors of the heart. We're here to energetically take a stand on what is right for us humans, so that we can call forth and create what we've come here to create. But you need to be a warrior to do that, because you need to be able to say no. You need to be able to make decisions coming from a really strong place, and not succumb to these, I'm going to say it, dark, shitty forces. Like, really, you all have what it takes, or you wouldn't be here. Mays have one. Not sure what that means, Leandra. Love the warrior. Thank you. Hey, Caroline, beautiful. I'm starting to question that dark light ritual. Not sure what you mean about that. Ask away. Happy to answer anything. I've been looking into my habits too. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? We've all got habits and programs and patterns that we've adopted probably from childhood, and whenever we've needed to survive a situation, we've adapted and we've done the best that we could. What this divine masculine force is an invitation to work with a fire that is so strong, a force that is so strong that overrides those patterns, that overrides those habits, so that we can create new ones that nurture and support us in being able to create powerfully and take action, to take action that's in alignment with our soul, and not take action that's in alignment with these habits that succumb to whatever addictions and I'm going to say weaknesses that we've all had to experience. Yeah, no judgment. Curtis, I'd like to throw my name in the drawer for. Curtis, I messaged you, brother. Thank you. I'm so glad you like that, everybody. Oh, you guys are awesome. I love my Facebook family. Rachel, how are you? I wrote magic happens yesterday. Ha! Well, magic happens. Seriously, magic does happen. Do the animals come in at certain ages for a reason? Yes. So specifically, your power animal. What I've noticed since I've done these readings for the last, I don't know how many years I've done these, but um, when you have an animal for protection that's come in at a very young age, it's usually when the spirit animals move to the background, because we have a way of navigating and being when our spirit animal's intact. And that's something I share in these individual readings. But basically, for whatever reason, we need to adapt at some point in childhood. And that could be a conversation with an adult, a sibling, a trauma, change in environment, whatever it is for each individual, we need to adapt our way of being. And so that spirit animal moves to the background, and a power animal comes to support in its place. And it's usually a power animal of protection to support us in adapting to whatever we needed to adapt. And so for you specifically, sister, that snake came in at the age of 5, and that was just what you needed at that time to adapt. So yes, they do certainly pick certain ages depending on what's unfolding for us. It's all sacred contracts. Rainbow behind you. Is there a rainbow behind me? Oh, the rainbow's behind me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're my boys' art. My boys' art on my medicine room. Thank you for noticing that. Let me answer any. What's this? Tat T315. Hey, darling, I saw a massive bumblebee before I got a great opportunity. What does that mean? Oh my God, I love that. Man, bee medicine, bumblebee medicine, it's the same, except bumblebee is probably a more furry experience. But really, these bees make the most sweetest substance on the planet. Yeah. They make the sweetest substance, as well as they've got the most ultimate community, and creating this substance, which not only is the sweetest substance, it is also one of the most healing properties and high frequency properties on the planet. And so for you to see this massive bumblebee, before you were given, what do you say, before you got a great opportunity, is not only to show you that the bee wanted to highlight what was coming, but you actually have this relationship with bumblebee. So anytime you actually see bumblebee, it's to acknowledge that sweetness that you've just experienced. Yeah, you've had a taste of it, and that's what these animals do. So it's not that they come in once. Yeah, if they show you something significant, it's part of your team. So that when you see a bumblebee next time, you can have not only hope that there is some sweetness that's about to land, but also you can preempt it. And if you see those subliminal messages coming from bumblebee, like it can help shift, especially if we're feeling flat or we've lost hope or whatever. Man, a bee will help shift that like that. But you now know that that's what bee's doing for you, or bumblebee's doing that for you. Okay, so you connected that dot, and that is freaking awesome. I love that. Hey, Sando. Hey, beautiful Pinkin baby. Oh, I love that you were vibrating to that. Is that regarding the dragonfly? I love that, because this is freaking truth. The way it works for me in the animals, right? Everybody's got their gifts, and everybody's got the opportunity to connect these dots with the animals. But specifically for me, what lands, it always comes on my right side. Okay, the right side is spirit, left side is my ego or my mind, or interference. Could be even dark, but it's the left side. So for me, it always comes on the right. And when I have an animal experience or I do telepathy, it comes in so hard and fast that I can't just ignore it. And so that's what happened with the dragonfly. It was like boom, 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 all these things connecting. I'm like, oh my God, this is just so profound. And then to have the dead one the next day was just even more confirmation. You can't ignore this stuff. You can't ignore it. And that's why I invite people to really pay attention to the animals, because they're doing this with everybody. I'm not special. I just know how to listen. They are there for everybody, trying to show you these messages, so that you can connect things for yourself and really just take your life to the next level, especially with what shit is around us right now. Caspar. Oh, Caspar, fellow Aries. Well, that's why this full moon was so strong for me, is because I'm an Aries. It literally stopped me in my tracks. Yeah. What is Aries for people? It's taking action, this fire. So everybody's got Aries in their chart somewhere. But really for me, it was even more confirmation of what I need to do to keep that masculine fire burning. Okay. And for me, I needed rest, as well as I needed to acknowledge that there were some imbalances that I needed to take care of, these habits that I needed to acknowledge and take ownership of. And that's what we all are invited to do right now, especially that full moon. But yeah, it's still ongoing, guys. Like the one that flew into my window today. Oh, I love that. Magic Happens, thank you so much. I feel such an affinity to the bird kingdom, to the animal kingdom. Yeah, they're amazing. Bird kingdom. Yeah, they're amazing. Oh, thank you, sister. Caspar, watched 6 baby foxes playing at their den last week. Was amazing to see. Thank you, Caspar. I can't even get the word out. Caspar, for bringing up fox. I wasn't going to do that today, but I'll do it anyway. It was actually a couple of days ago that I also came across a den with 2 fox cubs. And that is the strategy for all of us. I think I've shared this with you before. Hang on a sec. I think I'm being spammed. Just one sec. Sorry. Am I being spammed? Sorry. Just one sec. Just bear with me. Okay. Sorry. I was being spammed. Bless the spammers. So fox strategy, like I've shared on different lives and on my posts, is really what's needed right now. You know, we need to be able to blend in with the masses, play the game, but also have a strategy while we're doing that. Yeah, so that we can navigate powerfully within this matrix that we are currently in, so that we can thrive, just like the fox does. And so for you to see baby foxes, that's what's being birthed right now, is the ability to do that. We can do this. You know, it comes back to this divine masculine force that's on offer. If we can come into a place of balance, which is not easy, right? I'm not saying this is easy, but it is on offer for each of us. If we can come back into a place of balance with our divine masculine fire and this sacred feminine, soft, gentle force that is here to nurture that divine masculine energy, she leads the way energetically. She leads the way. And again, I'm not talking about woman. Yes, on some level, there's woman versus man. Yes, okay. But I'm talking within us all, okay? If you can come into that place of balance, then we can navigate and fucking change this world, guys, all right? We don't have to buy this dark story that has been given to us as a gift to tap into our divine masculinity and divine feminine, or sacred feminine. So thank you for sharing about the foxes. All right, let me just see if there's any other comments, beautiful people. Sorry, I was just being spammed there. Irene Parker, I would have loved to do a reading, but I finished the readings. I do these every Tuesday. So you're more than welcome to join next Tuesday and just put the comments that you want a reading, or you can message me privately. I'm here to support. Sorry, someone was spamming in there. Let me just go through the comments. Oh, thank you. B is divine feminine too, isn't it? Well, do you know what? A specific animal is not necessarily just feminine or masculine by nature. They actually have both. Yeah, there's a polarity within everything. It's just specifically the dragonfly this time was a masculine force, masculine energy that I was being shown. But in general, I wouldn't say that B is just specifically divine feminine. But for the most part, yes, there's an energy there that's highlighting divine feminine properties or attributes. And that's why generally within the hive, it is the female that we see flying around. It's usually the worker bees that are, protecting the hive. And so that's more of a masculine energy. But it's not specifically divine feminine as such. Does that make sense? So I hope I've answered everybody's questions. Thank you so much for being on this live with me, guys. I'm just, I'm apologies. I just want you to know that you're not alone in this. I know I say this each week, but you're really not alone in this. We are meant to be doing this together. We are meant to stay connected. We are meant to be holding each other's hand and picking up those that are struggling. We can't be doing this on our own. Yes, some of us are limited just doing this online. Absolutely. And that's why it's important that you do what is right for you. You find those tools. You reach out to those that you know that support you. Don't sink. Don't let yourself sink. And if there is resistance coming from somewhere, be it the people, like I shared with certain blood family, if there are those I'm going to say people or certain situations that are completely out of alignment for us, you've got to honor that. That is part of the gift and the contract that they probably have with us in this life. And I've come to a place of gratitude for this blood family member of mine for the way it's unfolded, because I never would have been able to tap into that rage if it hadn't been for that experience. That was my specific journey. I invite you all to go there. I invite you to look at whatever's unfolded for you. If you've lost your job and you've been enraged by that, go there, feel the rage. Someone actually shared about a book, which I haven't read, so I apologize if I'm not saying this right. It's something about running with wolves. There's apparently a quote in there or an excerpt in there about rage and why it is sometimes necessary for us to tap into a divine masculine force. When she shared that with me, I was blown away because that's what it was for me personally. And often, if you were to look at warrior energy, that warrior energy, women who run with wolves, that's it. If you were to look at warriors when they came from a place of strength and knowing, they would have been fueled by, on some level, a form of rage or anger. Now, I'm not saying that that's necessarily good or bad, but what I'm saying is that's what's needed for this divine masculine energy to come through. We have to have those tower moments. We have to have that time where, like the dragonfly, we feel disheveled and like we've lost the battle, because we have to somehow find that energy to rise from the ashes, so to speak, and be able to fly again and transform and be able to see things with a broken illusion, because it's the freaking illusion of how hard this is that needs to come crumbling down so that we can recreate a new paradigm. So I hope that's been clear, guys. Thank you so much for being on here with me. I love you all with all my heart. Take care out there and do what nurtures you, guys. Seriously, love yourself, love one another, and go spend time with the fire and go spend time with our beloved Earth Mother, because she is the one driving this. Yeah, I can't highlight this enough. She is the one driving. And if we can come back to that awareness, you won't buy the freaking fear. Okay? Mwah. Love you all. You guys rock for being here, and stay stay in alignment with your freaking soul, guys, not the story. Love you all. Take care, guys. You guys are amazing for being here. Thank you.